Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest look at your forecast. Yesterday, it was a very hot day on the 4th of July, but we also had some storms develop yesterday evening. Here's a look at rainfall totals from yesterday. You can see most of it was north of I-70 before it continued to push down to the south. From midnight to 3 a.m., here's the totals for rainfall across the area. And it is still raining as I'm recording this, so this will continue to be updated throughout the day today. But taking a look at rainfall estimated on radar, you'll notice that many spots have received at least an inch worth of rainfall. And certainly getting an area of some very heavy rainfall around the Council Grove and just south of Osage City. But Council Grove, just to the north of the city, getting at least 5 inches worth of rainfall indicated by the red. So very, very heavy rainfall there. We also had numerous reports of some strong winds across the area as well. In fact, here's a look at some of the wind reports from last night. 66 miles per hour in Manhattan, 86 miles per hour there in Bellevue, and then further off to the north, getting an 88 mile per hour wind gust near Denison. So very, very strong winds there. Remember, it was in the same area that got near 90 miles per hour on Friday evening. Here's a look at some of the other reports around the Lawrence area, around 60 miles per hour. So the minimum for a severe thunderstorm warning for the winds are concerned. And then some areas getting a little bit stronger winds down in the south, including 72 miles per hour in Admire. So some very strong winds for the storms last night. Good news is, at least at this point in time, I'm not expecting anything to be significant. And then, of course, there's that 6 inches, which we saw there on the radar estimated rainfall reports. So today, how about upper 70s and low 80s? A big time cool down. Now, not necessarily less humidity today. I think we'll get the lack of humidity for tomorrow, especially for areas along and north of I-70. But it's still going to be a bit on the humid side for today. But hey, it's not near 100 degrees, so it'll help a little bit. We will continue with the low chance of showers and thunderstorms all day, but there will be the vast majority of northeast Kansas that stays dry for the majority of the day. Just quite a bit of cloud cover as we'll continue to track the storm system and where storms may redevelop later on this afternoon and where the frontal boundary will end up. So very possible that this is subject to change based on where the frontal boundary is going to be for later on today. But right now, a higher probability of severe weather late this afternoon into this evening is in our far southern communities. Then I think after midnight, we should dry out, leaving us with dry conditions for tomorrow. And then this storm threat for tomorrow is going to be late tomorrow night. So probably between midnight and 7 a.m. on your Thursday for this outlook. And then for Thursday into Thursday night, Friday, I should say. This is going to be Thursday into Thursday night, mainly Thursday night. Then we go into Friday into Friday night. And that's when the risk goes back into a slight risk for areas along and south of I-70. So hopefully you can kind of see where the higher chances for storms and severe weather will be. We are going to be looking at some more potential severe weather over the next couple of days. I just mentioned that we will drop our humidity tomorrow, but quickly comes back up on Friday and then gradually comes down throughout the weekend, throughout the day on Saturday into Sunday. As far as the rain is concerned, again, if you have any outdoor plans today, just keep an eye on the radar. At this point in time, I'm not expecting it to be widespread. And then as far as tonight is concerned, it's mainly before midnight. Thursday night, mainly after midnight. I think Friday, that's the day you might want to consider a plan B. There may be rain for much of the day. That continues into Friday night, into Saturday morning, and then the rest of the weekend dry. You can see temperatures start to warm back up a little bit more in the upper 80s and low 90s after settling in the upper 70s to mid 80s through Saturday. So cool end of the work week and the start of the weekend before getting back up to more seasonal temperatures on Saturday. Just a quick look at what to expect for weekend's rainfall. This begins at sunrise on Saturday and through the rest of the weekend. So this does not include anything that may end up falling Friday night, which could be heavy at times. But beginning on sunrise on Saturday through the weekend, most of the rain south of I-70, not overly heavy, so it's not going to be an all-day washout. And the GFS here has a little bit less, but still in our far southern communities. So that'll be something that we'll continue to keep an eye on. Otherwise, enjoy the cooler weather over these next couple of days. We will be keeping an eye on where the frontal boundary is going to be. That will determine how widespread the lack of humidity, especially tomorrow, will be across northeast Kansas. Areas south of I-70 may still be a bit on the muggy side, especially compared to areas north of I-70. So that'll be something that could determine location of storms. But I still think Friday into Friday night holds our best opportunity for a more widespread heavy rain. Many spots could even get a couple of inches of additional rainfall on top of what has already fallen from last night. So be ready. More rain on the way. Looks like the muddy conditions will continue.